Everyone, it's Christian here, and I'm going to do kind of this might be the final vlog of the trip. It is now Tuesday afternoon, and I am in southwest Miami area, and you can see the truck is now empty, and it has gone over to, watch myself wearing sandals on gravel is really not a good idea, but my shoes are all soaked already. So we moved the plants inside either the greenhouse or on the outside here. So they've been delivered. They all look great, and we were kind of hanging out. If you guys know Miami or have been here, you know the traffic is horrendous. So it's about 5:30, and traffic will die down in a couple hours, and then we're gonna head back to the West Coast here. But I wanted to show you guys. This is what I picked up while I was talking about the thing that I was kind of a purchase I decided to make to kind of be more mobile with work. And this is it's a company called Tab. It's a company called Little Guy. They make the tag and the tab. It's T, the @ and B. Let's see if I can find here we go. There's an emblem right here, so you can see it's kind of a weird name, but they call them tabs. They don't call it T @ B. That's not how people refer to them. So this is called the CSS, and the C stands for this clamshell, which this opens up into the kitchen. I kind of wanted to show that last, but oh well, it's already open. And the S, I don't know what the middle S stands for, but the S stands for the shower, or CS stands for clamshell. The S stands for the shower. So it does come with a shower. Some of them don't have that. I wanted to be able to take a shower even if I wasn't in a campsite. I didn't have access just because it's Florida. You get hot. You want to take a shower, cool off. So I'll show you guys the outside first since it is open. So the outside here, it is it opens up like this. There's a propane stove with dual burner. There's a 5-pound tank on the front, which I'll show you guys. It has a TV here, which you can hook up to cable, or you can just kind of run a wireless source, a Bluetooth. This is all Bluetooth, which is really cool. It's got 12 volt and 120 volt outlets. You can only use 120 when you're plugged in. Actually, I don't know if you might be able to use the 120s when you're on the battery, but when this isn't plugged in, it is running on a battery that will power most of the 12 volt electronics, like the TV, the lights, not the air conditioning, and it'll actually power the fridge for about a day. And the problem is I want to be able to switch this fridge off when I'm not using it to save power, but I don't know how right now. Right now we're plugged in. So this is a fridge it's a dual power, a 12 volt, 110 volt fridge, and it works great. And it's great for if you want to store food for cooking. It's got some storage in here. You can see I got peanuts and things, stuff that you want to carry around on a trip that are easy, non-perishable for the most part. And then you got the dual burner stove. You got the sink, which this water should be. Oh yeah, forgot I got to move that out. It's still a learning process. The stereo from the inside comes out here, and this is all the storage area. This actually passes through into the main compartment itself. Also, let's see, there's storage under here, and you can see the hot and cold water lines. And so on the outside here, this is where you hook up the water, and then you have the power here. It's a 220 volt outlet. It's not meant for 220 volt appliances. It carries 30 amps, so it can run everything at once. So right here is the AC system, and it's on. So just to keep it cool. I mean, it's when it's 90 degrees outside, I have no shade here, so it's nice to have something cool to walk into. This is where you fill up your water, and then you have this is actually a cable outlet. Come on. And you can if you're at a campsite that has a cable facility, you can watch cable TV just by plugging into there. And then around front here we have the power. So you have the propane. I forget if that's a 10-pound or 20-pound tank. I think it's a 10-pound. I'm not sure. I don't do a whole lot of propane cooking work, but then you have the battery, which actually runs really well. Everything in this, I mean, you're not here, so you can't really see, but this is really well. The seals are really solid. I believe it's made in Canada. Really well made. Then you have obviously the tongue and everything else. You have your gray and black water. So you have the shower water, and then you have the toilet water. And I haven't used the toilet because I don't want to do that unless I absolutely have to. The shower we used, and I'm gonna have to dump that out. But the tanks are not that big, but it's meant for, the shower is meant for occasional use. I guess you can use it all the time, but the great part about this trailer is that you can actually, and I've done this, we disconnected it from the truck. On gravel you can't do this, but on pavement you can just take the handle and you can swivel it, you can pivot it with the with the lever here, and you can move it around with one person. 2 people, it works great. 1 person is pretty good too. So there's the leveling jacks. I tried to level as best as I could. I didn't have a whole lot of time. You get the step. It's got mag wheels, and it has 2 120 volt outlets on the outside for outdoor use. Although I probably wouldn't use those just because I don't want to run a ton of power through. I mean, it's good if you're working and you want to use some kind of power saw. So you come in here, and you have the shower right up here at the end of this little walkway. This is folded out into a bed. This is where Ashley and I took a very nice nap. It's very nice and cool in here. And I have it all closed up because of the sun, but you can actually bring this down, and you can see through here, and this window will come out, and you can spring this down, and that becomes a screen. So it's kind of has a little bit of everything. You can do almost anything with this thing. It's a little bit small, it's just a little. This folds up into a double kind of, it folds up to like a bench with a seat. The seat's inside the garage there, because I couldn't figure out how to it breaks down, but I couldn't figure it out. You have USB and 12 volt. You can turn the USB as well. 2 120s there. 2 120s underneath the bed. The AC unit, which is pretty basic. Just simple settings. It makes it easier. I'd rather have a simple AC unit than a complicated one. Then you have this fan, which will open up. It'll blow upward or downward, and it's great for venting it if you're not, say it's 75, 80 degrees out. You don't want to turn on the AC. It's not humid. You just want a good airflow. You just take this, pull the screens down, the windows open, and you can get a good convection going, or a draft coming through. So that's where that passes through to the kitchen or the galley. It comes with a Bluetooth stereo, and you have more storage. This is where you find, like, I check my battery, so it's at 13.6. That's really good. That's really high. The shower here is nice, and this is my first time ever using this shower earlier today. It was definitely, a close quarters experience, but it works really well. The water pressure is pretty good. It's going to be dependent on the city water pressure, obviously, and there's a toilet, which I have not used, and I won't try to use unless I have to. The sink works like a sink would. It's just a little bit close quarters. I'm 5'10", and I would say if you're 6 feet or over, it might be a little bit too, a little bit close, but you can still get in there. You can sit down just fine and take a shower as well. So the shower disconnects there, and you can just use it as like a wash, portable washing mechanism. And there's a TV around here. There's another light in here. Oh, there's lights over there that I haven't turned on. So more windows. What else? Am I missing anything? I think that's it. Just you have a bench seat here. I've seen a lot of people use this area for storage. And there's storage underneath there. And that is pretty much it. It's not, there's storage here and storage here, and that's going to be about it. It's not that big of a place, but it's kind of portable workstation, or for traveling around for fun. So that is going to be the tour of the Tab, and I think that's about it. So I wanted to show you guys this kind of cool setup that I kept a little bit of. I didn't know if I was going to get it until about a week ago, 2 weeks ago. So that's, if you're interested in a cool little teardrop that has everything, that's it for sure. So hope you enjoy this video. I know it's not really Palm related, but go ahead and if you have any questions about the Tab, give me, leave them down below, and subscribe if you're new. And I'll see you guys next time.